Well over a century after the proclamation of the Republic in 1889, the descendants of Brazil's former imperial family occupy a unique position within the nation, private citizens bearing a historical legacy, yet devoid of any official state role, title, or funding. Understanding their current situation requires looking beyond the historical figures of Emperor Dom Pedro II and Princess Isabel to their living heirs. Information contextualizing their status can often be found on major news portals like G1. Following the abolition of the monarchy and a period of exile, the family was eventually permitted to return to Brazil. Today, their lineage continues, primarily through two recognized lines often referred to as the Vassouras and Petrópolis branches, stemming from descendants of Princess Isabel. Disputes and differing interpretations of old dynastic rules regarding marriage and succession have historically led to competing claims over who represents the head of the imperial house. Currently, the figure most widely acknowledged in monarchist circles as holding this symbolic position is Dom Bertrand of Orléans-Braganza, representing the Vassouras branch. It is crucial to understand, however, that such claims hold no legal standing or political power within the Brazilian Republic. Members of the family generally lead private lives. Some prominent individuals participate in events organized by monarchist groups, attend cultural ceremonies related to Brazil's imperial past, and occasionally voice opinions on social and political matters, often aligning with conservative or traditionalist viewpoints. They do not hold public office based on their lineage, and their public profile remains limited compared to active political players or mainstream cultural figures. The monarchist movement itself, while maintaining a presence, particularly online, represents a small fraction of the Brazilian political spectrum, with negligible popular support for a restoration of the monarchy. Financially, the descendants receive no stipends or support from the Brazilian state due to their ancestry. They function entirely as private citizens in this regard. A frequently mentioned topic, the laudamio fee, collected in the city of Petrópolis, relates to historical land ownership tracing back to the imperial era. It functions as an emphyteutic rent on certain properties within the original imperial farm, payable to the descendants managing that specific legacy, but it is not state funding allocated to them as royalty. Their existence today is largely symbolic, relevant mainly to historians and the small community that advocates for a return to a system Brazil left behind in the 19th century, representing a historical footnote rather than a force in contemporary national life. They live under the same laws and constitution as all other Brazilian citizens. The Channel of Brazil, your window onto the Brazilian socio-political landscape.